Let's talk about this. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about these two. I mean, sheesh. The surgeries. The surgeries. Let's talk about Larsa and Marcus Jordan. Marcus Jordan wants to be everything but what his father is. He wants to be, I think he wants to be a businessman plus a social media influencer. I think Larsa's in his ear. These two are talking about a reality show, getting married. What is going on out here? What's going on out here? He's talking about how he wants his dad to be his best man. I mean, Larsa is a negative influence. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Didn't Larsa's son get cut from the Lakers? I mean, that's bad. But, look at the dynamics of the team. Maybe there was some friction going on between, one of his teammates that used to date his mother. Marcus Jordan is a guy that, again, he wants to step out of his father's shadow. He wants to be more of his own man. But, bro, this ain't the way. Was it earlier this year or last year? This man was denying that he was dating Larsa. People were talking about how he has another woman that he's with, only to find out that, yeah, these two are together. And she claimed that she met Marcus a couple of years ago. No, you've known Marcus since he was a kid. Michael Jordan is, I think he's saddened by this, but I think he gets a kick out of it because knowing Michael, the fact that Scottie Pippen doesn't like him and the fact that his son is dating Larsa, I think it's sad, but I think he also he chuckles because he knows that it pisses off Scottie if Scottie doesn't like him. But I also think that he is not for this relationship at all. You don't see them hanging out with each other. You don't see Michael and his wife with Marcus and Larsa. These two this is what you call clout chasing. Okay. These two got a podcast together. Like they really trying to build a brand with each other. And it's like, Marcus, you got to understand you're Larsa's only hope. Okay. Larsa's on a reality show now, but they probably are looking to get rid of her because she has nothing else to offer. And Marcus is her lifeline to another reality show. All right. And he's playing right into it. And this is why, again, us as black men, we're looked at the way we are because y'all are out here doing the most for absolutely no reason. Bro, you could be dating her and keeping it to yourself. You don't have to be talking about a wedding and all that and having children. I mean, come on, brother. I mean, what is going on out here? You know what I'm saying? You definitely didn't learn anything from your dad. You know what I'm saying? And again, this is all to make Scottie jealous. She has been trying to piss off Scottie for months, talking about how he, is such a manipulator, right? How he could be emotionally abusive. So this is her way of getting back at him as well. And I want y'all to understand something about Larsa. Larsa has absolutely no respect for Marcus. And I'm gonna tell you why. Because she knows that they're not gonna be able to date each other long term, but she's going along with it because it's all about her and trying to get her as famous as possible, to get her on a reality show. Marcus has the name, he has the father, he's a Jordan. He's basically one of the heirs to the Jordan. But I know if Michael had it his way, his son wouldn't get a dime. If Michael had it his way, Marcus wouldn't get a dime. Marcus wouldn't get a dime of his money. But that's his son, you know what I'm saying? But if he had it his way, Marcus wouldn't get anything. Knowing Michael, like what I've seen of him over the years, he wouldn't give Marcus a dime if he had the opportunity. But that's his son, so his son is going to inherit something, right? But this is unbelievable that these two is talking about marriage. What, brother? No, man, what is going on out here, man? This woman has had how many surgeries? and she still looks older than she is. Like, what are we doing here? You know what I'm saying? And she's doing the most to make sure that people keep talking about her. But see, that's the thing. I don't really talk about Larsa that much, only here and there. But when I saw this, I said I had to speak on it.
Let me hit you off, Jay. Gotta pay a brother for his good reporting and entertainment.
Thank you, Ramir. I appreciate the support, man. Appreciate the support. Let's go into awful announcing. If you live outside the intersection of sports and tabloids, you may have missed that Michael Jordan's son Marcus Jordan and Scottie Pippen's ex-wife Larsa Pippen are dating. ESPN talking head turned Meadowlark media host Pablo Torre, well, that's where he is now, did not miss it and booked the couple for an interview in one of the most bizarre segments of the year in sports media. And that's why I'm speaking about it. Torre used Tuesday's episode of Pablo Torre Finds Out to walk viewers through the couple's history dating back to their obvious ties to the 1990 Chicago Bulls, and then aired an interview with the couple. However, while there have been a handful of viral moments from the interview and some fascinating quotes, Torre and guest host Charlotte Wilder, and likely the audience, were struck by just how reasonable the couple came across. Aesthetically, it probably doesn't look good, Pippen said of their relationship. Just to hear of it, it doesn't resonate well with people. Of course it doesn't. As for Jordan, the relationship has been pretty straightforward as well. The main thing from my dad was, you're a grown adult. The NBA GOAT son said, ultimately, as long as I'm happy, he's happy. He's never intervened in my dating life prior to Larsa, and he's not going to now, because again, he knows that this is temporary, and for whatever reason, y'all are with each other. But again, Marcus is her last hope of getting on reality TV and trying to follow in Kim Kardashian's shoes. And she wants to be Kim Kardashian so bad. She really does. Asked what brings them together aside from the shared history in the NBA, Pippen said, geography. Says, I feel like we have a lot in common, maybe because we're both from Chicago, she explained. When it comes to the last name after a marriage, the couple is engaged. Jordan was direct. The wedding day, she's Jordan, and then any kids, Jordan, he said. Jordan also went viral for extending the invitation to his father to be the best man at the wedding. The couple professed their awareness for just how strange the dynamic is. They get why onlookers would joke or question legitimacy of their love, and they don't care. It's awkward, it's weird, I get it, but to us, it's not weird. Pippen explained, I get how it's weird to other people because our names are like basketball history. Soon the couple's connection will air on The Real Housewives of Miami. I told y'all she desperately needed a storyline for the show, and Marcus is going to save her, right? As far as being on the show is concerned. Until then, they are trying their best to lay low and be an open book when needed. We're not out to prove anything, Pippen said. If the question arises, then we'll address it. Jordan and Pippen have been the subject of intense scrutiny since pairing up last year. Neither Michael nor Scottie has directly addressed the relationship, though Michael has indicated he doesn't fully approve. With a double-digit age difference in both of their relationships to fame, it's reasonable to wonder about the full story. If sports media ever bothered with the rags, this would be the biggest story in sports. So Torre went ahead and made it so, bringing his journalistic scruples to sports. Now, I wanted to read that out just in case I have to cut the video out when I post a clip later.
When's the wedding?
Excuse me, folks. I gotta that. That definitely could happen. Maybe. But Pippen got to get over that bitterness, man. He's holding a lot of bitterness in. So he has to get over that bitterness. So let's get into this clip right here, so y'all can hear this bullshit for yourself.
in the works is my go-to saying right now. You know, I don't think we have like a date. We're still talking about locations and party size and all of that stuff. So it's not really concrete yet, but it'll happen.
Do you want your dad to give a toast at your wedding? How does this work?
Yeah, you know, look, I was the best man at his wedding, and the best man at my brother's wedding, and so obviously we'll keep that tradition going. Is my thoughts on it.
I want in. I want video cameras there.
Now that I've been on the Housewives of Miami, all the producers are inquiring around, when's the wedding? Are we gonna film it on TV? Yada yada yada. And so that's another thing that we're kind of playing along with, is whether or not it will air.
What are you leaning towards? I mean, and what is it like being on that show? And your love is so real, but you guys also are so intriguing.
That love is not real. But
Because
what do I know
of who you are? So what's the balance there?
Obviously, look, we're very private people, the Jordans, and so if it was up to me, I think we would.
Yo, she got one facial expression, man.
Do maybe multiple weddings, one private for our family and friends, and then maybe there's one that's a little more public. But I guess time will tell.
This is what they choosing to do, man. Who they really choosing? He really choosing to be in this relationship with her. But I think this is all for storyline for Real Housewives of Miami? Because she has no storyline. Now she about to bring this guy on here, looking absolutely like, what's going on here? And her one facial expression. She only has one facial expression. Now what happens when you get all them fillers and all that work done on your face? You only have one facial expression, and she only has one facial expression. And he's more enthusiastic than she is. She ain't even saying nothing. He's doing all the talking. She ain't saying nothing. She ain't saying nothing, man. Come on, Larsa, we know this your idea. So why you not saying nothing? Her and her one facial expression, not saying much. Man, listen. Mike, Mike, I don't know what's gonna go. I don't know what you're gonna do, brother. Are you gonna go to the wedding, Mike? I can only imagine Michael going to this wedding with his son, knowing that his son is royally screwing up and making a huge mistake, but he wants to, stand by his son. And Larsa with her one facial expression. She used to have more facial expression. Now she only has one facial expression. She only has one facial expression. That's it. And she's not even saying nothing. He doing the talking. Now, that was a clip, but she looks almost like she doesn't want to do the interview. She's used to talking to these to either, I call it limp wrist media. She's used to talking to limp wrist media. And, she's talking to Pablo Torre on a sports podcast. She's probably not used to talking to sports podcasts. So she doesn't know what to say.